everyone! Welcome to our first episode of Becoming Her. Cindy, so for someone who knows you as the face of CW, explain to us, who is Cindy really? Like, who is she?
So I'm a South African girl and I, am a mom. It's a layered question, so there's so much to it. I'm many different things, and I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a entrepreneur. I specialize in movement. Movement's a big part of my life. So when you ask me who's Cindy, I just think movement, and hence why I have my space and my brand, CW Studio. So that is, I've just basically encapsulated everything that I am in this brand. So I am a very passionate person, a caring person. I care a lot about people, and I think that's why being so hands-on with people in my business, like, it works. I love connecting with people. I love making sure everyone feels loved and seen and understood. Like, that's just something that's in me, like part of my DNA. So I think that really helps me.
Sometimes caring too much.
Too much, but go that deep into that. Sometimes you have to put your business hat on.
Take your brain hat off.
Yeah, take your, people-pleasing hat off. And finding that balance is such a very difficult.
So Cindy, take us back to the start, to the beginning. Where did CW start?
Okay, so I feel like we need a whole podcast for my previous life, but from, I would say, the inception of CW Studio was after I gave birth. I just new to motherhood, and I knew that I obviously had a professional dancing background before, and I traveled all over the world performing on amazing stages. I was part of many companies. I also modeled professionally, so I was very familiar with TV production, film, a lot of that behind the scenes. That's why I love producing and creating, putting things together. But I kind of felt like, I need to create, at that point, I felt like I needed to create something that represents me. Everything that I've done pulled together. I've also taught in schools, and with my background in education and choreography and teaching kids and adults, I was like, how can I put everything that I love all together and make it make sense?
Yeah.
Create this cohesive experience for people. So I was like, I knew that I needed to create just a name. And from there, I actually, after, I think it was 3 weeks after I gave birth, COVID hit. So then I was like, feeling so inspired, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can see this thing, I have all these ideas. I knew that it was going to also create some I wanted to incorporate lifestyle into it as well. Like, how do we take dancing, movement, workouts, training, meet with all my creative things? Like, how do I create this into an everyday brand?
Yeah.
Something that people off the street can experience. It doesn't have to be a dance. It doesn't have to be, and also with moms trying to, what I found is the benefit of movement, postpartum. So we can help moms with their bodies and their mind. And how do we incorporate all of that all in one? And it seemed a little bit much, because if you think about it, it is
it's not just a Pilates.
Yeah, it's not just I want to be a Pilates instructor and then I'm going to open a studio. That was not it. It was all these layers of experiences that I had, and I was like, how do we create one space to express and communicate to everyday people, strangers, and give them that dose of what I feel and what I love and what I'm passionate about? And how do we change someone's day or life, or how do we make them feel energized? So that's kind of when it started. And then COVID hit, so all the studios were closed, no one could see anyone.
Yeah.
It was like we were locked inside.
Lockdown.
I did have a newborn, so I had purpose. So I was very happy. I was like, cool, I have the main project I'm working on here in my life right in front of me. So I was still inspired, but luckily for me, I had purpose in that time of raising my child. So I was like, oof, okay. And then I was like, what am I going to do with this? So I then started brainstorming, like, okay, if this is a lifestyle brand, like, what is it that I resonate and love the most? Like, what would I maybe purchase if I had a product?
Yeah.
And it was candles. I was obsessed with candles, and that was the first CW Studio product.
What?
It was a candle. My
Where
sweet
is
candles.
it?
Okay, we're out of stock.
Me too.
We're out of stock, but that was the first CW Studio product.
Crazy.
So even though it was supposed to be this experience, there ain't no experiences in COVID. So I was like, what am I going to create? Something cute, something that I love, something that's part of my everyday ritual, like something that I like love starting my day off or ending my day off with. So I had all these like lists of products that I was like resonating with. We're going to do a candle.
Set it aside,
yeah. And then that was our first product. I worked on the packaging, the branding, the logo is still the same that was on the branding of the candle. We'll pull up a picture for you guys to see. And then eventually it kind of took off. I went back into like teaching, even though I had the concept. And then from there, I spent time teaching, and it was lovely, but it did drive me to open my space quicker.
Yeah.
Due to circumstances. But let's just say it got to a point where I was like, I need to do my own thing. And then I was very rebellious. I resigned, and then a month later I opened up the door. Yeah.
Crazy.
Absolute madness. The school that I was teaching at is opposite the center that we are in now. So every day after teaching, I would like go to the Checkers over here in the center, buy my groceries before I go. And there was one shop vacant. By the way, we're in Clara, I swear.
If you did not know.
See book on Octave. So see you next week. And then I was like, there's one shop standing, and I was like, I wonder what that's gonna be. And I was like, what's the worst that could happen? I saw this agent's name on this big billboard, and I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? I'm gonna put a proposal together, send it to them. What they're gonna say? They're gonna say no. Okay, I'm so sad. I'll just get another job. You know what I mean? Like, and then I was like, put a proposal together, had all the vibes going there. I obviously had my branding. I had the feel that looked very minimalistic, calm, serene space, calm, like neutral colors to promote like more calm energy. And they came back and they were like, we love it, let's go. I was like, what?
Can I go back to teach?
I was like, are you sure? I was like, you said yes to me? I was like, okay. But then I was like, we gotta get to work. Like, this is gonna happen now. I never knew that. I mean, I remember my husband is like my biggest supporter, my biggest cheerleader.
That's so sweet.
Very important. Pick the right part.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was just like, when I put the proposal together, he's like, babes, I believe in you and I love you and I'm always here to support you, but like, that's a big one. He's like, that's a big one. Are you sure you're gonna do that? I'm like, oh, babe, what's they gonna do? They're gonna say no, and then I'll just move on with my life.
Cry a bit and
then I'll be like, cool. But if it's meant to be, it's not gonna pass me by, and there you go. And I was like, and plus on the application, they actually send, because obviously they deal lots of tennis. They say, have you had a shot before? And so I'm like,
No experience.
I'm like, part of me was like, do I lie? And then I was like, you know what? We're just going to be very honest here. I put a nice, beautiful circle.
No.
0 shots before this one. 0 shots. And I was like, cool. And then, but they didn't care. They were like,
Yo, well, you are here.
and I was just like, goodness grief. I'm like next to bootleggers, like
All
Kauai.
the big names.
All the big names. I was like, yes, little CW studio. It's like, we're going to be a big name one day. But yeah, and then it started. Then I was like, cool, now I'm going to tap into my strengths, which is movement. I'm like, cool, let's go. And I started putting everything together, what everyday people, making it accessible to everyone, whether you're in a corporate job, creative field, freelancer, housewife, anyone, everyone, ages, kids,
Come join.
pensioners, all of you, welcome, walk in the door, let's go.
Yeah. I actually remember when I came, I think I went to Checkers. I see it. in front of me.
I
So-
remember you and Tion.
Yeah, we were walking in. I'm like,
Yeah.
no ways. A little girl from the Free State freaking out because this is like crazy. Everything is neutral. All my vibe.
We for the goodies.
I'm like, I think I was so loud. I was like, is this a Pilates studio? And we were like,
I was like,
so calm.
yeah.
Yes. I'm like, how many classes a day? They were like, no, we are still starting 3 classes. I will see what the demand is. And I was like, what the hell? What is the chances of me walking here and then now I'm a part of the community?
Yeah. Part of the furniture. Talita's part of the furniture. We see her every day. If I don't, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Or she's on vacation. But yeah, it's special that now, like, that's exactly what I'm saying, is that how do you make something that maybe is niche or something that was my experience, but now, like, anyone can experience that.
Yeah.
And because of my background with professional dancing, I had cross-training methods. So I've always had to be in strength, like Pilates, and doing all different things to condition my body. So I think that's also where I was like, cool, they're all coming with me. All of that's coming in.
Yeah.
And so we're bringing all of that in. And now you're a sculpt
Good.
girlie, sculpt queen. But yeah.
I've never felt community is that important when I stepped foot in here. Like, I just wanted to ask, was it part of the plan to make you feel like you belong, basically? Because if someone asked me, what are you doing? I all of a sudden bring NCW, like, I do Pilates, that's part of me.
Yeah.
And I do Pilates at CW. That's like, I can't leave. That's like someone asking me my favorite color.
Yeah.
It's part of who I am, and I feel so. It's my friends. I talk to them. I'm not that like connected to them in every day, but I see them every day, and I feel like this is a big part of CW's community.
Absolutely.
So, how would you explain community, the importance of community, having a sister, having a friend? How's things going with the business? One chat here, one chat there. How would you explain your community to everyone else?
So, touching on, was the intention to create the community, 100%. But I knew that with community, it's a give and take. A lot of people throw that word around like it's just supposed to happen. But with me, I've literally had to build one client at a time. Like, I remember some of the instructors I was training at one point, they're like, I don't understand how you know everyone's name. You know their brother, their sister. You asked about their vacation. You asked how their dog was, their cat was. Oh my gosh, someone passed away. Like, you like gave them a hug. Like, it's because I invest myself in people, and that's why we have that community. Like, it is like, people know when you're genuine, and people know when you will say take up. People know when you're kind of just there to take something or if you're like fully immersing yourself into it, or if people can see you really passionate and working so hard to put something together, like people can see it and they can feel it. And I think when you're honest with yourself, it's not just about having all these people in the room, you know, it's about really connecting with each and every one of them, and you'll see they will be there for you, and you will be there for them, and there's that beautiful connection. And I promise you, as much as like my clients, like maybe I'm not on the roster for the class and I'm not there, they're like, where are you? What's going on? Get your butt back here. Where are you? I'm coming for your class. And I'm like, I promise you, I miss you just as much. But like, I'm just out here dealing with my neck spasm. But you know, the thing is, it's a wonderful thing. And just as much as you guys sometimes feel like you need me, I need you. That I get so excited. You guys saw in class this morning. I get so excited, like when I'm in the south, I'm like, I'm back. Let's do a plank for extra 30 seconds. It's like, and you guys get me going. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm like,
We fill your cup.
yeah, you fill my cup. Like you guys are coming here to feel energized, but you guys are also energizing me.
And that's when you know you're doing what you love.
I know, and it's so reciprocated, and it's so like we are helping one another. It's like just as much as I'm helping you, you know, lift your spirits and feel good when you walk out the door, like you guys are doing the same for me. I'm like, that's why sometimes I'm even like, you know what, I'm gonna do my bicycles with you here, because I promise you I feel the same like you. You know, it was hard to get up this morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like creating that community is very important, but it definitely, if you want authentic, like if you want real ones, like real community, you have to invest yourself. You cannot just be superficial about it.
Growing up, watching my parents grow their own business is very inspiring, and to see them firsthand experience what it actually takes to run a business motivates me in life.
Yeah.
So I want to know what it actually takes, the hardcore truth, what it takes to run a business from your perspective.
For me, I can only speak from my personal experience, but a lot of sacrifice. There's been many moments where I've missed out on family occasions and, you know, lots of hard work, blood, sweat and tears. And I think one of the most important things are like, lots of people have ideas and they have this vision, and that's wonderful, but it's the execution of your ideas that is actually going to get things off the ground. Like talking about it, brainstorming, Excel sheets, planning, list. Yes, and those are all lovely to you know, get everything going, but ultimately you cannot spend months and years and years and years thinking that you're going to have that moment where you're going to be ready, because you're not going to be ready. It's like becoming parents, and I'm telling you, parenthood and motherhood taught me a lot about entrepreneurship, because
That connection is important.
there's a connection. It's literally helped me with my business being a mom, because number one, it's 24/7. You can't clock out of being a mom. You cannot. You can't be like, oh no, I have a headache, I'm going to take a nap. No, your child's hungry, you're going to feed the child, you're going to fetch your child from school, you're going to do this, do that. You are always on. You can fall down the stairs and you are going to make him a snack.
You must stand up.
You know what I'm saying? It's like entrepreneurship is the same. Like when you own your own business, you can't just
Tap out
because you're having a hard day. Yes, of course, you build to a point where you have a team, and you can then depend on that team, and then that will give you some time freedom. But until that point where you can afford a team, you are going to work, babes. It is like personal development on steroids.
So the moment I get a notification, there's an event at CW Studio, I book all my Saturdays and I take it. I'm like, I'm unavailable on this and this.
There's a handful that They shotgun their ticket.
Yeah, so I feel like the events just gives it a bit more get to know that person a bit better. And again, touching, like, I'm drinking wine with my friends. Like, yes, I'm drinking wine with my friends, with my Pilates people, community. Yeah, I feel like that's a part of CW that I want to highlight and say, like, hats off for creating that, because sometimes you feel like going to an event is very fake and you need to put on your best clothes and you need to be there. Yeah, I feel like we accept each other like how we are, and that is, to create that is crazy.
Yeah, I love our events. Like you say, you taking an opportunity for everyone's in their own team, okay, workouts or their classes, and now we give them that opportunity a couple times a year, probably like 3 times a year, where everyone can just come together and like have a good time. And it doesn't have to be forced or pretentious. It's just good chats. And I promise you, the network of the amazing women that we have attracted and walking through the store it blows my mind. Like, we have entrepreneurs, we have big bosses, we have corporate boss babes, we have like amazing women taking care of their families full time. We like every single woman has their own story, and they are just so confident, so beautiful, and it's like we just embrace that, encourage that. And also the networking in there, I was like, even our last event, I was like, people are booking each other from the table.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, babes, like we gotta get that work in.
We need to
like, everyone's like exchanging numbers, and so it's way more than just like your workout. Like, this is like a whole networking event, like some people like to drive their business just off those networking like events. Like, we like all in one. We're like, come work out, has a good time, need some ready, get some work, get some coin, like everyone's happy, it's a good time.
Yeah, so I feel like the label community is so different in your, like, everyone can say, oh, we have a community, but I feel like it's so different, and this is actually the definition of community. To end off, I would like words of wisdom from Cindy, because I think you're a very wise person in business, in how you talk about your husband, your child, like everything is so, your energy and the work you put in, I really admire it. And your last famous words, what would you say to me, little Talita, the audience, everyone listening in, what would you say?
I would say, in a nutshell, for your next chapter, I'm watching you as a gorgeous young lady. Something that I've heard that I resonated with and that I would like to pass on and share with everyone is, you escape competition through authenticity. So stick with what makes you you. You have that inner gut feeling for a reason, and work with that. Share who you are with the world. I mean, there's so many things out there, and sometimes we can get so consumed with everything on the outside, but I think the magic lies within. That's it.
So cute. Cheers.
Cheers, babes.
To business woman.
And good vibes and good hearts.
And
isn't
good
Talita so
movement.
beautiful inside and out? Love this vibes.
Love this vibes.